All right. Peace to each one of you. This is Maury Yaakov. Happy Shabbat to each one of you. As you come into the building, make sure you press that like button. I just want to make sure everything is good. Everything is good on there. Is it good here? All right. Peace, family. This is Maury Yaakov and ITFTR Network. Thank you for joining me. Happy Shabbat to each one of you. Shalom. Tonight we're going to pick up part 22. Let's have a conversation about Jesus, the devil. And we're going to be talking about the throne of Jesus tonight. Going back into part 2, the throne of Jesus. Who is this Jesus that everybody is talking about? Who is this guy that's supposed to be the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords? Who is this guy that a lot of people bend their necks to, bend their necks for, have around their necks, and they're on their pictures on their wall, pictures in their Bibles. They call it the Jesus pieces in rap. Who is this guy? We're going to get into him tonight. We're going to go a little bit further. Shalom to Sister Joanne Smith. Happy Shabbat to Trayon Habishin, Poor and Zayden. Shalom, happy Shabbat. Latoya G, happy Shabbat. Shamar Bowman and Emery, happy Shabbat. Make sure as when you come into the building, you press that like button. And if you feeling a little extra generous tonight, share the page to a friend or a family member that you would like for them to hear this message. Who is this person who people worship across the globe? Who is this person? Because we talked about the throne. We're going to go a little bit further in the throne. We talked about Enoch, and we're going to get back into some Enoch tonight. But we're going to scroll with Abraham. Because Abraham saw who this guy was. He saw who this guy was. See, because, a lot of people, they don't think Abraham was shown who that was in the garden. They're not real caught up on Abraham knowing everything. See, they say Moses saw everything, but no, the Creator showed Abraham everything before he showed it to Moses. He showed it to Abraham first. Abraham saw it. He saw the whole kit and caboodle. He even saw the one who went to the cross. Surprise! He was shown the one who went to the cross. We're going to touch on that tonight. I told you by the time we get to the middle of Matthew and you still believe in Jesus, shame on you. But Abraham was shown too that many of you who are Israel ain't gonna make it. So we're gonna get into it. But we thank the Creator for tonight. Thank the Creator for allowing us to be here, to gather here, to be able to hear His word. We thank the Creator for granting us mercy, forgiveness, His kindness, His love, His protection. We thank the Creator for just being the Creator, His mindset, His thoughts. We thank the Creator for just creating us the way He saw fit in the purpose that He gave us. We ask the Creator to give us the mind and the will to carry out the purpose, not for ourselves, but for the Creator and the Creator alone. We thank the Creator for the food in the oppression, being in captivity, for nourishing us, even though we know it's not good, but it's still doing what it's supposed to do. So as we get into this lesson tonight, we ask the Creator to open up the minds and the hearts to be able to receive, and those who don't want to receive, to remove. So we ask the Creator in all that. Selah, hallelujah, 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 Selah. So we thank the Creator for these informations that is going to come out tonight. But before we get started, let's blow the shofar. Many of us is not going to make it. Abraham saw it. Abraham seen it. It was shown to Abraham. And that's the problem. A lot of people come into the position of thinking that, because you're an Israelite, you're going to make it. Abraham was already shown that. Sorry. It was already shown to Abraham. You ain't got to go into no Jeremiah and all. You ain't got to see that. It was shown to Abraham. Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and them was just confirming what was given to Abraham. So let's get into part 22. We're going to finish up the video that we saw, that we had started on last week. But before we get there, let's go to Deuteronomy, the 30th chapter. And we're going to read verse 15. Deuteronomy 30. And we're going to read verse 15. Because give me a minute, let me pull it up. We're going to read verse 15, and then we're going to jump down to verse 19. This is what it says. See, I have set before thee this day life and good, and death and evil. See? He set this before thee. Life and good, death and evil. Okay? So you have a choice. You have a choice, family. You have a choice. It was set before you tonight. Okay? Let's jump down to verse 19. And I called heaven and earth to record this day against you. So whatever move you make, Whatever move you make, it's going to record. It's going to record. It's going to record. You see? That's what's going to happen. It's going to record. You hear? Need to turn it down? It's going to record. Okay? That I have set before you life and death. You see? He set before you life and death. You have a choice, family. Life and death, blessings and curses. You could choose to be blessed or you could choose to be cursed. See, some people say, oh, I'm an Israelite because I identify with the curse. That's what makes you an Israelite? Because you identify with the curses? So you chose death. You can identify with death. We're going to talk about those type people tonight. Those who are identifying with the curse. Because when you identify with the curse, you're identifying with death. He said, therefore choose life. He didn't say identify with the curse. He said choose life, that both you and your seed may live. Oh, we're going to go some way. We're going to show you something tonight. People say, I identify with it. I identify being an Israelite because of the curse. Moses ain't never told you to identify with the curse. He told you to either choose one or the other. That's what he told you. But you listen to people and say, I need to identify with the curse. See, the curse identify me, showing that I'm an Israelite. No, the curse just showed you that you chose death. So let's keep going. Let's finish up the video. Finish up the video that we showed on last week. The stars in heaven. Okay? The stars in heaven. We're going to finish up the video here. Let me bring it on in. Let me bring it on in. The stars in heaven. Let's finish that up. Okay? Because see, last week I was showing you the stars of heaven are actual angels that are in jail. But NASA shows you a different picture. NASA shows you a different picture. And many of you believe what NASA shows you. But we're going to go ahead and finish up this video. It's not going to be long. It's not going to show the, we're going to go ahead and get into it. And we're going to finish it up. So let's go. Fair use, fair use. I know Nine Spiral. This ain't my material. This is my partner material. But I'm just sharing it tonight for building, construction, criticism, and teaching purposes only. Fair use under the 1976 Copyright Act. Let's ride.
Nah. With reason.
I want y'all to look at these stars now. That's Jupiter.
With reason, right? With reason.
Better?
All right. Now you want to call them moons? Now what NASA want to call them moons and shit, all right? Nah. With reason.
Now there are moons around
This
Jupiter.
motherfucker actually look like he's bound hand and foot.
Now he's getting ready to show you. See, there are moons around Jupiter. Okay, there are moons around Jupiter, and watch how Jupiter move. Watch how Jupiter move. Let's ride.
No glow, no shine, just dull as a motherfucker. Cover their face. Most I say cover their face too. All right, and set their orbit towards the ends of the firmament. When pretty much ain't shit out there. How much time you got, Jupe? Huh? Yeah, boy, look at boy. I ain't fucking with you, Jupe.
Who's following them?
All right. Wish I had my pointer. Hold on, give me a minute. All right, y'all. I got my pointer. Let's pop off. All right. Let's make it make sense. All right. All right. So whoa. Don't want to do that. Here we go. All right. All right. So you got a moon right here. All right. And you got a moon right there. All right. And you got a moon right here. And it's probably maybe one back here. All right. Now I can draw a line straight through those moons, right? Boom. And you can tell how as they float across the screen, you can tell those moons are tied together with something that we can't see. All right. And all we're doing, all right, is using little common sense, just a little piece of wisdom, right? Our big mama teaches us how to reason. All right. And so just look with your eyes, right? And you'll be able to see it. That's right.
Now just pay attention to Jupiter.
Yeah.
Look how
like they floating in a straight damn line. You see that shit?
Yep. Look how Jupiter is moving.
Right. The damn moon's brighter than Jupiter. You see that? Buying Azazel, hand and foot. Boy, it damn sure look like it. And boy, you got no glow. Boy, you just dull. Oh, you just dull. Boy, they got them shackles on your head, boy. I'm convinced. All right, now I do not know what star this is, but yeah, he's one of them. I mean, just straight agony. How would you feel if you was vibrating that distorted? That shit looks like it hurts. Sure enough. I don't know what star this is, but yeah, you part of the gang too. Look at him. Well, that might be the same one. I'm not sure. Rolling over in fire, huh?
Look at that. Look at it. Y'all look.
There you go.
Back. Let me go back. Look at when he brought it
Sure.
too. Now watch. Look at it. Look at that. Look at I froze it. I froze it. I want y'all to see this. I froze it. Let me blow it up real fast. So you can look at it real close. I want you to look at the top. I want you to look at the top. Look where my point is at. The top right here. See, that look like a man right there at the top. If you look at it real close, and you can see right here, it looked like something has this man bound. Okay, you can look at it. If you got a phone, blow it up even more. You can see it for yourself. You can see it for yourself. This person is going through. Okay, let's ride.
Rolling over in fire, huh? There you go. All right, y'all. Remember I told you we was gonna take a deeper look at Venus.
This is Venus.
Miss Venus look like she in agony. Maybe look like you got something wrapped around you, like some bars or something. I'm not. I'm just saying. Whoa, now. Whoa, that look like it hurt. That look like it hurt.
NASA will never show you these type pictures.
What you got going on, Miss Venus? What you doing? What you doing now? Oh, just rolling over in fire, huh? Ooh, that look like it hurt. Ooh. Come on, stay with him. Stay with him. Ooh. Ooh, that look like it hurt. Oh, shit. Ouch. Nigga, what the hell? What kind of shackles them is? And then got some electric shackles. Every time you move, them like, all right. You see how the Most High work? My man Trey Spikes. And so these the stars that we give no two fucks about. All right. As soon as the Most High come back, he gonna throw their ass off in the lake of fire.
Yep, they gone. They done.
God damn, that hurt. Ooh, that look like it hurt. That shit hurting me.
Look at
all
that.
Right, I'm done. Oh yeah. Yeah, he gang gang. He gang gang. God damn, that look like it hurt. Rolling over in fire, huh? Look at him. Look at him. Man, get your ass off my pointer, man. Hell no, but I don't want no parts of it. Yeah, he gang gang. Look at him. Rolling over in fire. This is Sirius, by the way. And so it's supposed to be one of the brightest stars in the sky. So you can go ahead and throw his ass in that 7. All right. Matter of fact, this nigga is most definitely number 6. All right. You was Zazel's right hand man or something like that, and because that distortion, man, get your ass away from my mouse. That distortion right there, but that's worse than Miss Venus. What kind of fire you rolling over in? Wow, I'm out.
And look at this. This is an actual star.
All right, and so we take what we know, right?
This is one of the stars
now,
that is not
did you see
punished.
The difference in frequency and the way it vibrates? See, this is just a regular old star, right? He traversed this Malak right here traverse around the North Star.
Look how beautiful that star look.
And he haven't left his, his spot, right? Most High say, go there and do this job. That's what he doing. He watching. See, that's where the name came from. Watches. He was always looking down on us.
Shalom, shalom, brother Marcus.
So this right here is an OG watcher. He's true. He's true. All right. All right. Same with this one. All right. It look like he all right. Look at his frequency. Pretty steady. You see that? That's how you can tell the difference. All right. He's OG. I think this is Atlius or something like that. All right. All right. All right. And so you see, man, you see the vibration, right? Pretty clean. All right. You can almost see the geometric shapes. All right. And so that's an OG. He's true. He's true. All right, man. Look here, man. We're gonna I tell you what, man, let's stop at JRE show and see if we can cook a little bit with him. All right. All right, so Trey, my man, we on JRE shows page, man. I just want to say, man, look here, man. I just want to send some AHA, some love towards JRE show. Not one time has the copyright struck me, right? Haven't received not one copyright strike from Mr. JRE show. And I tell you, man, y'all need to subscribe, man. You never know what you will see when looking at his footages. Hey, man, look here, man. I chose this particular footage right here. All right, this is dealing with a comet, right? That he was shooting, Neowise, something like that in 2020. And so we ask the question, well, we know what stars are. Well, what caliber, what types of stars do we have, right? Up in the Shamaim, all right? And it's pretty simple, man. Just like you have different order of angels, there you go. Now, when we see these stars that are fixed in the sky, all right? Because we don't know everything, all right? The Most High, matter of fact, that was Uriel, the archangel or Dracon Uriel, all right? Was having a conversation with Ezra, right? And straight up told him, had to check him. He said, look here, man, the shit that go on down there, that's for y'all to understand and figure out. The shit that goes on up here, that is for us to know. All right? You can't even explain fire. Show me a picture of a voice. All right? And so what's going on in this footage? I have no clue. But do stars, do they just stay asphyxiated in the sky? Apparently so, unless the Most High gives orders to do otherwise. Let's rock. See, you got your comment right here. You gotta look at my man right here. He getting it. He getting it. Look at him. Look out, look out. And so we know at Drop Nation, right? Everybody is not privy to the info that we have, right? But we know that whenever your comment hit, all right, something, because, apparently comments, all right, are larger than meteors. The tail seems to be longer, all right? And so we know that when your comments hit, oh boy, we talking priest king status, all right? When Abraham was born, right, it was signified, right, as a comet shooting across the sky, all right? When Tecumseh was born, right, it was signified as a what? A comet shooting across the sky. And so this is some priest king angelic shit. Okay, we've been trying to tell y'all at Drop Nation, your priest kings rule. They come and go, they come and go. Elijah came and went. All right, the same with the rest of them. You see, we understand that they was heaven sent. All right, let's rock.
You guys see at night at time, you can see these things happen.
Wow, what was that? All right, stop right there.
This point up here.
One of these, all right? And he came out of nowhere, all right? Now, was he sitting still? I don't know. Okay, well. And so you see Mr. JRE circles this one, all right? He circles this one right here. But one of them is already on the move. So I guess we're going to have to back that up a little bit. All right.
Look up at the top.
All right.
See him move.
Why not? Why not? I already know the damn the timing of my voice gonna be off. You know what I'm saying? For some reason that always tend to happen. But let's see what we see. All right, let's go. Uh-oh. Wow, what was that? Look at that. He on the move.
Look up at the top.
Yeah.
Look at my mouth. Right there. Yeah, he's moving.
All right. It's like he headed towards the comet, y'all. What's going on? Wait a minute. All right. Let me get that. All right, so my man's came down by right here. And he kind of disappeared. And shot right back up. I can't explain it. Y'all let me know. All right, because I don't claim to know everything. All right. We digging on this real time. Let's go.
Watch him.
Yeah. He on the move.
See that here? Right there.
Yeah. All right. Watch him, watch him. All right, he's here. He's here. He's here, right there. I see him right there.
See right there? Moving back up. And then
All right.
he's moving back up.
Take back off. All right, all right. All right.
If you pay attention to the sky, you will literally see the stars
Now
move.
what's going on as far as
You'll realize
moving
those
towards
are
the
angels.
planet?
Those are sheriffs.
We have no clue, man. And so, but this is just to say, we got movement up top. Movement up top. All right. My man just twinkled. He just winked his eye at us. All right. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff, JRE. Good stuff, man. All right. We're just saying, recon, seeing what we see. That's all. All right, man. And so, that's popping off in Texas, McKinney, Texas, USA.
Now look at this.
December the 1st, 2021. And man, when I tell you, they got jobs to do.
McKinney, Texas.
They got jobs to do. All right.
Now here we go.
What order are these right here? Man, look, it don't start me the line. But it looked like they handling business. And this asshole shooting a damn laser. I know damn. Wait, ho. No, stop the music, man. I pass. Hell, man, but it made me hit the wrong button, man. I screen fucked up and everything, man. All right. What sense does that make? I don't know.
Look at him moving.
Why would you even do something like that? That's crazy.
Look at him moving right there.
All right. Let's see how long your ass stick around here on Earth.
Look at that. Look at him moving.
Doing some shit like that. All right. Clearly intelligent. All right. Clearly a heavenly being. And you gonna shoot a damn laser up at it?
Look at him moving.
And it was a Gentile. No, it was. All right, man. Look here, man. We just
the stars
showing you that
right
you just have different orders, man, and
these are not.
They do their thing, man.
These are not meteors.
Sometimes I just like to sit back and watch them. You know what I mean? Just do their thing. But yeah, that's fucked me up, man. I'm about done now. Hell no.
This is the last one, then we're gonna get into some more scriptures.
All right, y'all. Yeah, man. I'm just disgusted about that, man. These dumb motherfuckers think it's satellites and shit. But clearly it's moving. And I know, man, we can sit here and say, well, maybe he don't know, have these dumb motherfuckers think it's satellites and shit. But clearly it's moving intelligently, right? Why the fuck would you want to bother it like that? Clearly. All right, let's reason. Clearly. If he's flying above you, he got the advantage. All right, man. Sometimes, the Most High just have a pack of them just roll up on you. I'm saying, right in front of the news station. Right?
Look at that.
Let's rock.
Look at that.
Are those fireworks?
Nope.
What is that?
Mm-hmm.
Aliens?
Nope.
I don't know. What is that?
Dragons.
You see it, right?
I'm actually, yes,
Okay.
I do see it.
Okay.
It's getting weirder by the second.
I know.
They're sticking around.
We're gonna do some
Anybody?
digging and figure out what that is.
Look at
Right
that.
in a moment.
We rolling on that?
Yes.
Look at that. Look at that. What they call. Look what they call.
All right, my man Trey, man. Look here, man. I hope this was helpful, man. I hope I was able to help you out.
That's what they called in the video. The news people. That was live on TV. That's what's above you, family. A lot of times when y'all see the sky moving, that's what you seeing right here. These are angels, man. These are Dracones. They call them Dracones. Dracone means an angel. This is what you see when you see them things moving. This is angels. This is not just anything. This is an angel. All right. So we're going to move. We're going to move forward. All right. I just want to finish up this video to show y'all that the Creator is not playing. What's up in the heavens is the heavens. And a lot of times we look at these things and don't know what we're actually looking at. Well, let me answer your question. You say, let me understand if I'm reading the title correct. You think Jesus is the devil? No, I don't think Jesus is the devil. I know he's the devil. All right. I know Jesus is the devil. And and between part 1 all the way to part 21, I done put information in. I'm gonna put some more information, some more damning information about this guy tonight. Okay, we're gonna put some more damning information, and you're gonna see it if you stick around. You'll see it too as well. Now, rather, it's not the point of what you see; is what you're going to allow yourself to actually accept. Because a lot of you see the truth, but you don't want to accept the truth. Okay, so let's go to Isaiah 41:8. Isaiah 41:8, and then we're going to jump over to the 44th chapter, verse 21 and 22. It's not the point of what I believe. It ain't got nothing to do with what I believe. It's the point is what was written. And the thing is, if it was written, that's what it is. Now, if we choose not to believe it, that's on you. I'm not here to convince you. I'm just here to give the information. You say, so you think Christ? I already answered that question, brother. I don't do redundancy. Okay, I don't do redundancy. Okay, that's like you telling me to rewind the tape. No. You rewind it. You rewind it. My title stands of what it says. Rather, if you choose to accept what the title says, it's on you. I mean, for you questioning me ain't gonna change my title. It's not going to change my title. You say I left channels and I left the channel and just came back. Okay. So you left the channel and came back. Okay. The title says the title is what the title is. Jesus Christ is the devil. So you going to leave again? Jesus Christ is the devil. Okay. I never heard what you said. Okay. I'm letting you know Jesus Christ is the devil. That's the title. Let's have a conversation about Jesus Christ, the devil. And now we're talking about his temple, the day of Jesus Christ. We're going to get into it tonight, the day of Jesus Christ. Let's get with Isaiah 41:8. Let's ride that real quick and what it says.
Isaiah 41:8. But thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham my friend.
So he said Jacob is his servant. See, Jacob is his servant. Jacob is his servant. And what he said after that?
It says, Jacob whom I have chosen,
Mm-hmm.
the seed of Abraham my friend.
Jacob whom I have chosen. And who is his friend?
The seed of Abraham.
The seed of Abraham is his friend. We're going to talk about Abraham tonight. The seed of Abraham is his friend, but Jacob is his servant. That's his servant. Not no church. Well, Jacob is his, right. The chosen is the servant because he chose Jacob to serve him. And through Jacob, everybody comes to Jacob to learn the laws and the ways of the Creator. He chose Jacob. He didn't choose nobody else but Jacob. See? In Abraham, and the seed of Abraham is his friend. This is scripture. You see? This is scripture. All right. So let's go to chapter 44, verse 21 and 22. I mean, brother, you could call it blasphemy. You don't even know what blasphemy means. You just quoting what it is, and you can't even tell me what is a Holy Spirit. What makes a spirit holy? Put it up in the chat, brother or sister, whoever. What makes the spirit holy? What makes a spirit holy? Put it in the chat, brother. You don't even know what blasphemy means. You just using words you don't even know. Oh boy, what you got? Isaiah 44 and 21 and 22.
Remember these, O Jacob and Israel, for thou art my servant. I have formed thee. Thou art my servant. O Israel, thou shalt not be forgotten of me.
So in other words, he said he is the servant. Israel is the servant. He said he haven't forgotten about Israel. He haven't forgotten about Israel. You don't, in Stella, you don't even know the difference between preaching and reading. You need to go and learn what the difference between preaching and reading. I think some of y'all just be on crack. Y'all be on crack, or y'all just be sniffing whatever, because y'all think y'all have the comprehension and the understanding, and you don't. You don't know the difference between reading and preaching. Okay? And that's why you don't understand what the word blasphemy means. You just read it and you say, oh, that's blasphemy. What makes the spirit holy? That's foolish. So he says Israel is his chosen. It's his chosen. He said he haven't forgotten about Israel. The seed of Abraham is his friend. So now the question now becomes this right here. You see how this person comes into this chat, in this channel every Shabbat, and he comes with others. He comes with off the wall stuff. This is the stuff that I'm talking about. And what I'm saying is this right here. Do the devil have power over his people, over the Creator's chosen? The answer is no. We're going to talk. I'm going to touch on that. Remember what I had told y'all once before when we were talking about spirits. And do the spirits have power over you? No, the spirits don't have no power over you unless you give it power. And I'm going to prove that tonight, because that's what Abraham was told. Those spirits don't have power over you. Okay? Did you read 22? Go ahead, read 22. And then we're going to get into Genesis 15.
I have blotted out as a thick cloud
Mm-hmm.
thy transgressions, and as a cloud thy sins. Return unto me, for I have redeemed thee.
Wait. And so if he said he blotted out all Israel's transgressions and everything else, and he says, look, I redeemed you. Where do you have a savior? Jesus. Come in at. How do you get a savior of Jesus Christ if the creator just tell you simply to return? He already blotted out your transgressions. He already did all the things that you supposed to have been done to you. How do you, excuse me, where do you get Jesus Christ from? Why did Jesus need to come and die for you now? If the creator already redeemed you, why do you need somebody to come and die for you? Let me say that again. If the creator already promised he redeemed you already, why do you need somebody to come and die for you? Why do you need somebody to die for you if you was already redeemed? If you was already redeemed, why do you need somebody to die? Because you know why? You don't even understand. You following the devil. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. You following the devil. If you were already redeemed, why do you need someone to die? The creator just simply told Israel to return. He told you this, he told you to put somebody on the cross. He told you to follow somebody so you can have your sins forgiven. He didn't tell you that. He just told you to simply return. You know, in fact, read it again. Read it one more time. Read verse 22 again. Read verse 22 again, please. Because he didn't tell you to follow people. He told you to simply return. But see, you'll get people like this person, Stella, or whoever, whatever, Chanel, Stadella, whatever. I'm not trying to mess your name up on purpose. I'm not. They'll tell you that's blasphemy. See, you teaching against Jesus. Am I? Well, let's look what Isaiah 44:22 says once again. What it says.
I have blotted out as a thick cloud thy transgressions.
Hold on, stop right there. He blotted out as a thick cloud your transgressions. He already did it. Your transgressions is already blotted out. Go ahead.
And as a cloud, thy sins.
He blotted out your sins as well. Your transgressions and your sins. Go ahead.
Return unto me, for I have redeemed thee.
No, he said, follow Jesus. That's what he said. He said, follow Jesus.
Return unto me, for I have redeemed thee.
He said, put somebody on the cross and nail them so your sins can be forgiven on the cross. That's what he said. He said, return unto him. He said nothing about no god doggone cross. He said nothing about following somebody until they build mansions. He told Israel, return to him because you already been redeemed. Your redemption was what the creator did. Not so much of what somebody did on the cross. He gave you room for an idol. He didn't give you room for a man to be nailed on the cross. He didn't give you room for that. He just simply told you to repent and come back. But see, where did this thing come from? That you need somebody to come down through a vagina to redeem you. They got to come in the form of you. They got to come like you. They got to come eating like you, sleeping like you, talking like you, walking like you. Where did this come from? Where did this mindset come from? Let's ride, let's rock, let's cook. Let's go to Genesis 15. Let's get into a little bit of Abraham. Let's get into a little bit of Abraham. Where did this mindset come from? Because this man came down. He said, I came down from heaven. I just showed you the heavens. Some of them angels are in chains. They are in fire. They are bound. I just showed it to you. And Jesus said, I came down from heaven. But he said he came to do the Creator's will. But remember what I told y'all when we started this series. Jesus needs your energy so he can live. He needs your energy. And you die. You have to accept death if you follow this guy. Who is this dude, Jesus? Let's get into it. Genesis 15. Start at verse 1.
After these things, the word of the Lord came unto Abram in a vision, saying, Fear not, Abram, I am thy shield and thy exceeding great reward.
Now, what Abraham was in?
A vision.
He was in the vision. Abraham was in the vision. I'm going to say it again. Abraham was in the vision. And it says he was in the vision. And it says the word of the Creator came to Abraham. The word of the Creator. And they'll say, oh, see, that's Jesus. Jesus came to Abraham. Because see, Jesus is the word. But Abraham was in the vision. And he heard a word from the Creator. Told him he is his shield and thy exceedingly great reward. Go ahead, verse 2.
And Abram said, Lord God, what wilt thou give me, seeing I go childless? And the steward of my house is this Eliezer of Damascus.
So Abraham was asking for an heir because Eliezer from Damascus is not his people. He was serving Abraham. Eliezer was from another nation. And Abraham said, I don't want to leave my stuff with this guy. I want my seed line to have it. Watch this. Keep going.
And Abram said, Behold, to me thou hast given no seed, and lo, one born in my house is mine heir.
Keep going.
And behold, the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, This shall not be thine heir, but he that shall come forth out of thy bowels shall be thine heir.
He said that one that come from your bowels, mean the bowels, this is what kills y'all men only, or the man only seed. The bowels means that the woman has to be of you. It can't be of another nation. It has to be of you. The female has to be of you. When it comes from your own bowels, meaning that female has to be of your nation. Okay, that's how you create an heir. That's your pedigree. Your pedigree is the female has to be you. She cannot be something else and then talking about that is Israel. No, that's a mutt. M-U-T, mutt. And see, many of you in these groups are mutts. You are mutt. You a mixed seed. And we're going to talk about that tonight. Because this was show what Abraham, this was given to Abraham as well. A lot of you ain't going to make it. Okay, watch this. Keep going.
Verse 5. And he brought him forth abroad and said, Look now toward heaven and tell the stars, if thou be able to number them. And he said unto him, so shall thy seed be.
He asked him to number the angels, because that's what the stars are. They are angels. We just showed that. I just showed you the video. He said, number the angels. And if you can number these angels that I created, that's how broad your seed gonna be. Okay? That's a tall task. But watch this. Keep going.
And he believed in the Lord, and he counted it to him for righteousness.
He became righteous. The faith that Abraham had became righteous only because he believed it what the Creator did. He tried to actually do what the Creator asked him to do. But see, he literally tried to do it. But watch this. Keep going.
And he said unto him, I am the Lord that brought thee out of Ur of the Chaldees to give thee this land to inherit it.
Now, he said he is the Lord that brought thee out of the Ur of Chaldees. So Abraham is in a vision now. He still is in the vision. Abraham is still inside of a vision. Okay? He still is inside of a vision. We're going to get in this vision in a minute. Let's keep going. Go ahead.
And he said, Lord God, whereby shall I know that I shall inherit it?
Uh-huh.
And he said unto him, take me an heifer of 3 years, and a she-goat of 3 years old, and a ram of 3 years old, and a turtle dove, and a young pigeon.
Keep going.
And he took unto him all these, and divided them in the midst, and laid each piece one against another.
Uh-huh.
But the birds divided he not.
He didn't cut the birds open. And we're going to get into why he did not cut these birds open. We're going to touch on that because this is dealing with Jesus. Watch. Go ahead. Keep going.
And when the fowls came down upon the carcasses, Abram drove them away.
See, he's still in a vision. So when the birds try to come down and eat these carcasses, he drove them away. Now watch this. Keep going.
And when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abram.
Now Abram is going into a deeper trance. He was already in a trance. Now his trance is about to get even deeper. Watch this. Keep going.
And lo, and horror of great darkness fell upon him.
Now he's in a darkness of this vision. He's in a darkness. Okay. Watch this. Keep going.
And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thou seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years.
And this is where these camps say, oh, well, see, we came over in America on the boat and we was whipped and our backs were split and our heads was knocked to the right and all our women were just raped and we just don't have it. We are powerless. This is where the camps get this from. Oh, Abraham not going to be home. See, that's where it says that Israel going to go on boats. And that's not what that's saying. That's not what that's saying. That's not what that's saying. But that's another subject for another day. Trust me, I'm going to touch on that real soon. But tonight we're talking about the kingdom of Jesus. So he's saying that Israel going to come out. Abraham's seed is going to come out after 400 years. And he says, watch this. Verse 14, he says what?
And also that nation
Mm-hmm.
whom they shall serve
Mm-hmm.
will I judge, and afterward shall they come out with great substance.
We're coming out with great substance. Great substance. Okay? We're going to have the wealth that they took from us. We're going to get it back. All right? Now, watch this. Notice what 15 says. I'm going to read it. And thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace. Thou shalt be buried in a good old age. Abraham excuse me, you going to do a good thing. You're going to do a good deed. But the first thing we need, Abraham, we need to get your heir out from you and Sarah. And from that, we're going to produce the chosen that I chose. Now, here we go. Now, verse 16 says, but in the fourth generation, they shall come hither again. In the fourth generation, they shall come back to this land again. For the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full, meaning that the Canaanites are still going to be in their land. And when they go back home, they're going to get rid of they're supposed to have gotten rid of them, but they're not. Okay? They're not. All right? But we're not talking about coming from Egypt. This is not talking about coming from Egypt. This is talking about the second return. Not going to no mansions in the sky. It's not talking about, I shall go and come again. It's not talking about that. All right. So now let's get into the next point. I don't know what's going on with this thing. This thing ain't keeping charge. None tonight. So let's get into the second part. Abraham. Who is this guy? I'm gonna put him up. His name is, his name is Yehol. Look him up. Let's see who is this guy. Yehol. Who is this? Who is this? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Yehol. Yehol. Who is this guy? Anybody? Who is that? Some spell it Jehol. But we know there was no such thing as the letter J. Who is this guy?
When I put in Yehol, it changes it to Yahol. And it says in the Apocalypse of Abraham is the mighty angel sent to guide Abram.
Mm-hmm.
Yahol
Mm-hmm.
introduces himself as a being possessed of the power of the name.
This is the angel when Abraham was praying, and he asked
Oh, he wouldn't let him go until he blessed him.
no. That's Jacob.
Oh, okay.
Abraham, remember Sodom and Gomorrah. He saw 3. But then when everything was over, only 2 left and went down. The third one was Yael, the angel of the presence. When Israel was coming from out of Egypt, this is the angel that led Israel from out of Egypt. Yoel. This is the angel. When Moses said, put me, kill me, and blot thee, and he told Moses, no, get out of my face and go and lead these people where I told you to go. That was Yoel. The angel of the presence. They say that was Jesus. That was not Jesus. That was not Jesus. That was Yoel. This is the boy. This is your boy that would knock your head off. This is your boy that got the name of the Creator written in him. We're going to talk about him tonight. This is your boy that was in the burning bush. Yohiel. This is your boy that Moses said, can you show me your face? And he said, you can't see my face. This is him. The angel of the presence. This is him. But they tell you, oh, no, see, that's Jesus. No. Who is really Jesus? Who is Jesus? Yohiel. Who is Jesus? See, we got to get this thing out. We got to get it out of who was really that angel. Who was that angel that was in the fiery furnace with the 3 Hebrew boys? Yoel. You see? Oh, we're going to talk about the kingdom of Jesus tonight. But let me read a little bit of this right here. Let me read a little bit of this right here. I am Yah-Oel. I'm also called Joel, Jael, Jahiel, Yahuel, or Jael, all in which means mediator of the source of the whole of existence, meaning he speaks for the Creator. Just like Gabriel speaks for the Creator. Raphael speaks for the Creator. Each one of them have a purpose. When the Creator speaks, they move. But this is your boy right here. He's the protector. He's the angel of the presence, meaning when he shows up, that's the presence. He's bringing the presence. He's bringing the Creator's attributes into that particular realm. Raphael can bring a certain attribute of the Creator. Michael can bring a certain attribute of the Creator, and etc., etc., etc. But we are talking about Johiel's job tonight. See, his dominion regardeth as a mediator and considered to be the angel who holds the Leviathan in check. See, a lot of you don't even know about the Leviathan that sits at the bottom of the abyss. Remember, we talked about this in Bible study. He holds the key to that. He's the chief of the order of the seraphims. This is who he is. He's the chief order of all the seraphims. Remember they say they set seraphims right there at the garden? He's the chief of them. This is a big boy. This is a big boy we talking about right here. See, Johiel is an angel who can bring order into your life. Life can be often chaotic, but if he spend the time wisely, we can then consider the option in our life, which helps us to what? Make whatever. He is the guy. He's the guy that is going to bring everything that you don't want. This the guy. He gonna bring that hammer to your behind. He don't bend. He don't break. This is the guy that you don't want to see. This is the guy. Now, I'm bringing him out because we're going to talk about him further in Abraham's vision. He gave Abraham everything because he know Abraham is the Creator's friend. That's his friend. Get the apocalypse of Abraham. Jehiel or Jehoel. See, is the old manuscript of the apocalypse of Abraham, the pseudepigrapha work, doing from after the what? Siege of Jerusalem. He was what? An associate of Archangel Michael, something that the sister was just reading. He's an associate of Archangel Michael. Charged to what? To retain the Leviathan and destroy idolaters. This your planet that they say that's coming to destroy. This is him. This is him. They call the destroyer. See? Let's keep going. He's an angel of the what? Presence, member of the seraphims, the ruler of the order of the seraphims, according to the apocalypse. See, he is the chief. He's the chief. He's the chief for the Creator. He's not nobody that came and died on the cross for you. He don't do that. He gonna put that thing to your head. He don't bend, he don't break. So who is this Jesus? See, I have to eliminate Jesus from all these stories. Because see, they tell you everything, that's Jesus. See, that's Jesus, that's Jesus, that's Jesus, that's Jesus. See, over there in Isaiah 53, that's Jesus. See, Isaiah 42, that's Jesus. See, Isaiah, what? See, in this way, that's Jesus. No, that's Johiel. That's the chief seraphim. That's the chief seraphim. He is described as what? It says Jehuel took Abraham on a tour of heaven and ultimately took him to meet the Creator. He is described as wearing purple robe and a rainbow colored turban. His hair is white and his skin like seraphim. You know, you remember that? You remember what they describe in Daniel? His hair was white like wool. That was Johiel. But they tell you that was Jesus. That wasn't no Jesus. That was Joel. Joel led the what? He led the chorus that closely sings God's praise. See, they took that and gave it to the devil. You see? Because the angels are still singing the praises of the Creator. But they say, oh, no, see, Satan was the what? He was the chief. They tell you it was Satan, right? Was it Satan? Because Satan just simply means accuser. But let's keep going. It says, Joel led the church in the praise of the Creator. Consequently, he holds a higher position than the other three cherubims in heaven. Asaph, whatever that is, and Joel and whatever. I can't pronounce them names, and I'm not going to even try. See, we got to eliminate Jesus. Because, see, they say, oh, no, see, Jesus is this. We're going to tell you who Jesus is tonight. See, they gave you a fictitious name. But Torah gave you who Jesus really was. Torah gave you that. But many of you overlooked it. That was not Jesus in none of them stories. That was Joel. So now let's keep moving. 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 So now, Satan ain't who you think he is. Satan is just an adversary. Somebody who challenges you. That's all it means. An adversary. Someone who challenges you. That's not the devil. But they use those names to try to what you call it, intertwine those names into one, and they're not the same. They're not the same. So let's get into it real quick. Let's go to the apocalypse of Abraham. The apocalypse of Abraham. We're gonna start at you got it, the pseudepigrapha. That's it. We're going to start at the very first verse. The apocalypse of Abraham. Because this gets into Abraham's dreams. This gets into his dreams. So we're going to get into his dream tonight. We're going to get into Abraham's dreams tonight. Give me a second. I got to pull it back up. Go ahead. I'm with you. Go ahead. We're going to start at verse 1.
On the day I was guarding the gods of my father Terah and the gods of my brother Nahar, while I was resting to find out which God is in truth the strongest. I then Abraham at the time when my lot came, when I was completing the services.
Take it off the thing.
The services of my father Terah, sacrificed to his gods of wood, of stone, of gold, of silver, of copper, and of iron, having entered their temple for the service, I found a god named Marumath, carved from stone, fallen at the feet of the iron god.
So he went into all these temples, and he saw in all the stone, I mean the gods that his father was worshiping in their temple, in those temples that he entered in. And they were made of what? Wood, stone, copper, silver, gold, iron. These gods that was carved, they was created in all these different types of things. So it wasn't new that when it tells you that you're going to worship the god of wood and stone. That's not new. Abraham's father was already doing that. Keep going.
Nakin, and it came to pass that when I saw it, my heart was perplexed, and I thought in my mind that I, Abraham, could not put it back in its place alone.
So he said, once when it's out of order, it's out of order. Okay, he couldn't put it back. He could not put it back. He could not put it back. Keep going.
Because it was heavy, being made of a big stone. But I went and told my father, and he came in with me. And when we both lifted it to put it in its place, its head fell off.
This was a huge stone that was a god. So when his father was trying to help him put it back, the head of this god fell off. Watch this. Keep going.
Even while I was holding it by its head. And it came to pass, when my father saw that the head of his god, Marathma, had fallen, he said to me, Abraham. And I said, here I am. And he said to me, bring me the axes and chisels from the house. And I brought them to him.
Okay, so he's mad now because the head of his god fell off. This is all before the vision now. Watch this. Keep going.
And I brought them to him from the house, and he cut another Marathma from another stone without a head, and he smashed the head that had fallen off. Marathma and the rest of Marathma.
So he crushed the first one. He crushed the head of the first one and the body of the first one because he created a new one, okay, of stone. All right. So so Abraham's father Terah, he was very adamant at these gods that he was worshiping. All right. He was very adamant. Watch this. Keep going. Chapter 2.
He made 5 other gods, and he gave them to me and ordered me to sell them.
So he telling Abraham, he gave him 5 of these gods to go out and sell these gods for him. Now think about that. Now, you know good and well, you don't celebrate these things, but your parents do. And your parents is making you get involved into the life of these things. Watch this. Keep going.
And ordered me to sell them outside of the town road.
Mm-hmm.
I saddled my father's ass and loaded them on it and went out on the highway to sell them. Abraham
was selling false gods. Go ahead, keep going.
And behold, merchants from Padana of Syria were coming with camels on their way to Egypt to buy Noconil from the Nile. I asked them a question, and they answered me, and walked along. I conversed with them. One of their camels screamed.
Go ahead.
The ass took fright and ran away and threw off the gods. 3 of them were crushed and 2 remained.
So now his gods that he was supposed to have been selling for his father, 3 of them got crushed now. Because his ass got frightened and took off, and the gods of those that his father was selling, wanted Abraham to sell, fell off, and 3 of them crushed. He only got 2 of them left. Watch this. Keep going.
and 2 remained intact.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass that when the Syrians saw that I had gods, they said to me, "Why did you not tell us that you had gods? We would have brought them."
See, other nations going to buy the gods that they serve. Abraham didn't like this. That's why he hid it. See, a lot of us, we do that same thing. We get involved, or we be forced to get involved in things, and then we'll try to hide it. But then when other people feel like, or find out, oh man, you doing this, you should have told us, we would have supported you. Abraham wasn't about the support. He didn't really want to be involved in this. But watch what happened. Let's keep going.
Before the ass heard the camel voices, and you have had no loss, give us at least the gods that remain, and we will give you a suitable price. I considered it in my heart, and they paid both for the smashed gods and the gods which remained. For I had been grieving in my heart how I would bring payment to my father. I threw 3 broken gods into the water of the river Gur, which was in this place, and they sank into the depths of the river Gur and was no more.
See, Abraham threw them things in the river because Abraham don't really want to sell them. He didn't really want it to sell none of those gods. He didn't. He got angry. He threw them into the river. But the Syrians, they really wanted to buy it. Okay? Chapter 3. Let's keep going.
As I was still walking on the road, my heart was disturbed and my mind distracted. I said in my heart, what is the iniquity what is the
Inequality
of activity which my father is doing?
He's asking himself the question, what is these things? What is this thing that my father's really doing? How many of us ask ourselves these questions? Watch this. Keep going.
Is it not he rather who is God for his gods? Because they come into being from his sculpturing, his planning, and his skill. They ought to honor my father because they are his work. What is this food of my father in his works?
Abraham asking the same simple question. These things my father is creating, guess what? They should be honoring my father, but they don't. They don't. See, Abraham understand about the creator, but Abraham father, either he do or he don't, but he's stuck on these gods. Let's keep going.
Behold, Maramath fell and could not stand up in his sanctuary, nor could I myself lift him until my father came, and we raised him up. And even so, we were not able to do it, and his head fell off of him, and he put it on another stone or another god, which he had made without a head, and the other 5 gods which got smashed from the ass, who could not save themselves and injure the ass because it smashed them, nor did their shards come up out of the river.
So none of these gods could save themselves. Keep going.
And I said to my heart, if it is so, How then can my father's God, Marmath, which has the head of another stone, and which is made from another stone, save a man, or heart a man's prayer, or give him any gift?
So these gods can't do none of these things, not even save you. So what is the point for these gods being created? Chapter 4. Keep going.
And thinking thus, I came to my father's house, and I watered the ass and gave him hay. And I took out the silver and placed it in the hand of my father Terah. And when he saw it, he was glad. And he said, You are blessed, Abraham, by the God of my gods, since you have brought me the price for the gods, so that my labor was not in vain. And answering, I said to him, Listen, Father Terah, the gods are blessing in you because you are a God for them, because you made them. For their blessing is their perdition, and their power is vain. They did not help themselves. How then can they help you or bless me? I was good for you in this transaction, for through my good sense, I brought you the silver for the smashed gods. And when he heard my speech, he became fiercely angry with me because I had spoken harsh words against his gods.
See, in other words, Abraham told his father the truth. These gods cannot help you. I'm the one who help you. I help you in this transaction. They can't do nothing for you. But you keep giving these gods credit. You keep saying that these gods have blessed me, but they can't even help themselves. So how can they help you and help me? How they could do that? You got something backwards, Father. This is what Abraham was telling his father. Chapter 5. Let's keep riding.
But having pondered my father's anger, I went out, and afterward, when I had gone out, he called me, saying, Abraham. And I said, Here I am. And he said, Up, gather wood chips, for I was making gods from fur before you came.
So he's about to make another god. Keep going.
And prepare with them food for my midday meal.
He said, prepare them food. Stuff he's making, he's saying prepare them food. That's just a waste of food. But watch this. Keep going.
And it came to pass, when I was choosing the wooden chips, I found among them a small god which would fit in my left hand, and on its forehead was written, God Baraset.
Baraset, yes.
And it came to pass, when I put the chips on the fire in the order to prepare the food for my father, and going out to inquire about the food, I put Barats near the enkindling fire, saying to him threateningly, Barats, watch that the fire does not go out before I come back. If the fire goes out, blow on it so it flares up. I went out and I made my counsel. When I returned, I found Barats fallen on his back, his feet enveloped by fire and burning fiercely. And it came to pass, when I saw it, I laughed and said to myself, Barats, truly you know how to light a fire and cook food. And it came to pass, while saying, This is my laughter, I saw that he burned up slowly from the fire and became ashes. I carried the food of my father to eat, to my father to eat. I gave him wine and milk, and he drank, and he enjoyed himself. And he blessed Marath, his God. And I said to my father, Terah, do not bless Marath, your God. Do not praise him. Praise rather Bereset, your God, because as though loving you, he threw himself into the fire in order to cook your food.
So in other words, he came back, his feet were on fire. That's where, and once when he burned himself up, guess what? Abraham cooked his father's food off that God. So he said, praise that God, because that's how you got your food. You got your food through that dude burning himself up. Watch this. Keep going.
And he said to me, then where is he now? And I said, he has burned in the fierceness
of the fire.
And became dust. And he said, great is the power of Beres. I will make another today, and tomorrow he will prepare my food.
So in other words, he's gonna make another God to be put in the fire, and that's how he gonna get his food cooked. Watch this. Let's go. Keep chapter 6. Let's keep. You need me to ride? You need me to ride? Let me ride. You got it? Go ahead.
When I, Abraham, heard words like this from my father, I laughed in my mind, and I groaned in the bitterness and anger of my soul. I said, how then is a figment of a body made by him, Terah, an aid for my father? Or can he have subordinated his body to his soul to a spirit, and the spirit to stupidity and ignorance? And I said, it is only proper to endure evil, that I may throw my mind to purity, and I will expose my thoughts clearly to him. I answered and said, Father, Terah, whichever of these gods you extol, you err in your thoughts.
So he's telling his father, look, what you do, what are you doing? This is how you're going to be error. You're going to be in error because you are bestowing these idols in a position that they don't supposed to be in. All right. Watch this. Let's keep going.
Behold, the gods of my brother Nahar, standing in the holy sanctuary, are more vulnerable than yours. For behold, Zacchaeus, my brother Nahar's God, is more valuable than your God Maraphna, because he is made of gold, valued by man. And if he grows old with time, he will be remodeled. Whereas Marath, if he is changed or broken, will not be renewed, because he is stone. What about Lova, the god of the other god, who stands with Zacchaeus? For he is also more valuable than the god Baratus. He is carved from wood and forged from silver. Forged from silver, because he too is a term of comparison, being valued by man according to external experience. But Barath, your God, when he was still not carved, rooted in the earth, being great and wondrous, with branches and flowers and praise. But you made him with an axe, and by your skill he was made a god. And behold, he has already dried up, and his fatness has perished. He fell from the height of the earth. He came from greatness to smallness, and the appearance of his face wasted away. And he himself was burned up by the fire, and he became ashes, and is no more. And you say, let me make another, and tomorrow he will make my food for me. But in perishing, he left himself no strength for his own destruction.
Chapter 7.
This I say, fire is more vulnerable in formation, for even the unsubtle things are subdued in it, and it mocks that which perishes easily by means of its burning. But neither is it vulnerable, for it is subject to the waters. But rather the waters are more vulnerable than its fire, because they overcome fire and sweetened the earth.
In other words, he's saying water is more valuable than fire because water subdued the fire. All right. But your gods are no more valuable than nothing, because after a certain period of time, your gods are rotten. They deteriorate. They do all these things and nothing happens. There's no progress with these gods that you're making. This is what Abraham is telling his father. Let's keep riding.
But rather the waters are more vulnerable than its fire, because they overcome fire and sweeten the earth with fruits. But I will not call them God either, for the waters subside under the earth and are subject to it.
So he's saying he's not going to even call the fruits gods, because the waters are what? Subdued under the earth. See, when the fruits fall off the tree, or the fruit sit on the tree too long, guess what happens? It rottens. See, he's saying he's not going to call the fruits nor the woods gods. Watch this. Keep going.
For it is dried by the sun and subordinate to man for his work.
So he's saying, man, eat it, the dry sun. The sun dries it. So it can't be God because it's destroyed. Watch this. Keep going. You're talking about the fruits. Keep going.
More vulnerable among the gods, I say, is the sun. For with its rays, it illuminates the whole universe and the various airs.
Mm-hmm.
Nor will I place among the gods the one who obscures his course by means of the moon and the clouds.
He said he will not call the sun nor the moon gods. Watch this. Keep going.
Nor again shall I call the moon or the stars gods, because they too at times during the night dim their light.
Meaning you can't see them. Keep going.
Listen, Terah, my father, I shall seek before you the God who created all of the gods supposed by us to exist. For who is it, or which one is it who made the heavens crimson and the sun golden, who has given light to the moon and the stars with it, who has dried the earth in the midst of the many waters, who set you yourself among the things, and who has sought me out in the perplexity of my thoughts. I only, God, will reveal himself to us.
Keep going.
Chapter 8. And it came to pass, as I was thinking things like these with regard to my father Terah, in the court of my house, the voice of the Mighty One came down from the heavens in a stream of fire, saying and calling, Abraham, Abraham. And I said, here I am. And he said, you are searching of the God of the gods, the creator, in the understanding of your heart. I am he. Go out from Terah, your father, and go out of the house, that you too may not be slain in the sins of your father's house. And it came to pass, as I went out, I was not yet outside the entrance of the court, that the sound of a great thunder came and burned him and his house and everything in his house down to the ground 40 cubits.
Go ahead.
Then a voice, excuse me, then a voice came speaking to me twice, Abraham, Abraham. And I said, here I am. And he said, behold, it is I. Fear not, for I am before the world and mighty, the God who created previously before the light of the age. I am the protector of you, and I am your helper. Go get me 3-year-old heifer and a 3-year-old she-goat.
Here goes the vision.
And a 3-year-old ram, a turtle dove, and a pigeon, and make me a pure sacrifice. And in this sacrifice, I will place the ages. I will announce to you guarded things, and you will see great things which you have not seen.
So now notice what this angel just told Abraham. When you get this thing, he says what? I will lay before you the ages to come. The ages to come. So Abraham is getting ready to see the ages to come. You see? And make known to you what is reserved. Meaning what is set apart. What the creator has put it, who the creator, and why the creator did what the creator is doing. And you shall see great things which you have not ever seen. So he's getting ready to show Abraham everything from the beginning till the end. See, Abraham just did not, you know, when they say he went into a deep sleep and then he saw his people going, no. Abraham saw the whole thing from the beginning of the Garden of Eden all the way till the end. Okay, let's keep riding.
Because you desired to search for me, and I call you my beloved. But for 40 days abstain from every kind of food cooked by fire, and from drinking of wine, and from anointing yourself with oil. And then you shall set out for me the sacrifice which I have commanded you, in the place which I will show you on a high mountain, and there I will show you the things which were made by the ages, and by my word, and affirmed, created, and renewed. And I will announce to you in them what will come upon those who have done evil and just things in the race of man.
So in other words, Abraham, it says for 40 days, and then set forth me the sacrifice which I have what command you, in the place which I will show you on the high mountain. So Abraham went on this high mountain. Okay. He needed Abraham to go to this high mountain. And he says, and there I will show you the ages which have been created and established by my word. So Abraham is getting ready to see everything, all the ages, everything that the creator had established, okay, by his word. And he said, I will make known to you what shall come to pass in them. So Abraham is getting ready to see different generations that's about to come forth. It's not going to be surprised what happened to his seed line. See, the King James do disgenerous. They do the people disservice by just saying, in four generations they shall return, and this and this and this and this. No, Abraham saw the whole nine. You think the Creator only showed Abraham when he was in a sleep? Just his seed got the seed line going into slavery? You think that's all he saw in that deep sleep? His seed line going into slavery? This what y'all really think the Creator just showed Abraham? I keep telling y'all keep talking about you identify as a slave. No, you identify as death. You identify with death. Because Abraham saw the whole thing from the beginning to the end. Abraham knew why his seed was going into slavery. He knew. The Creator took Abraham all the way back to the garden. Watch this. Let's keep going.
And it came to pass, when I heard the voice pronouncing such words to me, that I looked this way and that, and behold, there was no breath in man, and my spirit was amazed, and my soul fled from me, and I became like a stone and fell face down upon the earth. For there was no longer strength in me to stand up on the earth.
Meaning he looked around and he saw, he was trying to visualize, and he kind of saw who was really coming to him in his vision. Watch this. Let's keep going.
And while I was still face down on the ground, I heard the voice speaking, "Go,
Yael. That's right. This is the angel I was telling y'all about. He said, "Go, Yael." Go ahead.
Of the same name, through the meditation of my enfeebled name, consecrate this man for me and strengthen him against his trembling. The angel he said to me in the likeness of a man came, and he took me by my right hand and stood me on my feet. And he said to me, "Stand up, Abraham, friend of God, who has loved you. Let human trembling not enfold you. For lo, I am sent to you to strengthen you and to bless you in the name of God, creator of heavenly and earthly things, who has loved you. Be bold and hasten to him. I am Yael, and I was called so by him who calls those with me on the seventh expanse, on the firmament, to shake a power through the medium of his infallible name."
I can't hear you because you're speaking away from the mic. But the thing is, he's saying that he was sent to Abraham. Okay? He was sent to Abraham to strengthen him. He said, look, we are on the what? Seventh expanse, meaning the seventh heavens. We are on the seventh level of heaven. Okay? This is where we at. We are on the seventh level of heaven. And he says, look, he says, I am called Jael, Jael, by him who moves those who exist with me on the what? Seventh heaven. A power in virtue and infallible. Name that is dwelling in me. The creator name is in this particular angel. This is the one I told you that will knock your head off. His name is in this angel. He said, I am the one who has been given the what? To restrain according to his commandment. I didn't come and knock your head off, Abraham. According to his commandments, the threatening attack of the what? Living ones, of the cherubims against one another, and to teach those who carry him the song on the seventh hour of the night of man. He came to give Abraham a blessing. This is what Abraham is seeing in his vision. This is what Abraham is seeing in his vision. He said, name, raise up yonder man and strengthen him so that he recovers from his trembling. Because Abraham saw this angel and he was afraid. He was afraid. He saw this angel. This is the same angel that came down with the other two angels that destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, this is what's going on. This is what's taking place. All right, watch this. Keep going.
I am ordered to restrain the Leviathan for every single attack and menace of every single reptile are subject unto me.
He said everything is subject unto him. He's ordered to retain the Leviathan, and everything, every reptile, et cetera, is under his order. This ain't Jesus. Watch this. Keep going. What verse you on?
16.
Okay, go ahead.
I am he who has been commissioned to loosen Hades and destroy him who stares at the dead.
He is the one that has the key to hell. He is the one that's going to knock your block off if you stare at the dead. He's the one. He's the one that enforces the commandments. Watch this. Keep going.
I have been sent to bless you now, and the land which the Eternal One, whom you have invoked, has prepared for you, and for your sake, I have wended my way upon earth.
So he came down here to bless you. He said, Abraham, I come down here to bless you. You see, I didn't come to knock your head off because you're the friend of the Creator. The Creator called you a friend. So if the Creator called you a friend, he gave me orders to come down here to bless you because you are seeking him. See, he's telling Abraham, you are seeking him. Watch this. Keep going.
Stand up, Abraham. Go without fear. Be right, glad, and rejoice. And I am with you. For age-lasting honor has been prepared for you by the Eternal One. Go fulfill the sacrifices commanded. For lo, I have been appointed to be with you and with generations that will spring from you, and with me, Michael, blesses you forever. Be of good cheer and go.
So he said, look, Abraham, don't worry about this. I got you. You good. I got you. And even your generations to come from you. You good. And Michael sent his wells regards too. Don't worry about that. Mike got you too. Don't worry about it. We good. We good. I got you. You know, just stop shaking, bro. Stop shaking. You good? We got you. Because see, this angel come and knocks your head off. But he said, I ain't come for that this time, Abraham. I come to bless you. The Creator called you his friend. So I came to bless you, and Michael sent you his regards. Let's keep going.
And I rose up and saw him who had grasped me by the right hand and set me upon my feet. And the appearance of his body was like sapphire, and the look of his countenance like chrysolite, and the hair of his head like snow, and the turban of his head like the appearance of the rainbow, and the clothing of his garment was purple, and a golden scepter was in his right hand.
That ain't Jesus. That is Johiel. They try to give Jesus this angel's position. We're going to see Jesus in a minute. We're going to find out who Jesus is in a minute. And Abraham saw the sacrifice of Jesus. Watch this. Let's keep going.
And he said to me, Abraham, and I said, here I am, your servant. And he said, let not your appearance frighten you, nor
Let not my appearance.
Let not my appearance frighten you, nor my speech, that your soul be not troubled. Come with me, and I will be with you, visible until the sacrifice. But after the sacrifice, always invisible. Be of good cheer and come.
So he's saying, look, I'm going to be here in the visible, but when you do these sacrifices, then I'm going to have to kind of back away. But I'm going to still be here. Don't worry about it. Just be in good cheer. Follow what the Creator asks you to do. Watch this. Keep going.
And he went, and the two of us together for 40 days and nights, and I ate no bread and drank no water, because my food and my drink was to see the angel who was with me.
He wanted to see this guy. His interest was this guy who was coming to bring all these salutations to him from the Creator. Watch this. Keep going.
And to hear his speech.
Mm-hmm.
And we came to the mount of God, Mount Horeb.
Horeb. We're going to talk about Horeb. I don't know if we're going to get it to tonight, but watch this. Because Horeb is where the angels were, the fallen angels. Watch this. Keep going.
And I said to the angel, singer of the Eternal One, I have no sacrifice with me, nor am I aware of the place of the altar of the mountain. How can I bring a sacrifice? And he said to me, look around you. And when I looked around, there following us were all the prescribed animals, the young heifer and she goat and ram and turtle dove and pigeon.
Everything that he needed was sitting around him. Everything he needed was sitting around him. He had to go and try to look for it. It was sitting already right there. Watch this. Keep going.
And the angel said to me, Abraham, and I said, here am I. And he said, slaughter all these animals and divide them into halves, and one against the other, but do not sever the birds, and give them to the men whom I will show you, standing by you. For these are the altar upon the mountain to offer a sacrifice to the Eternal. But the turtle dove and the pigeon give to me, for I will ascend there upon the wings of the bird, so that you may be able to see in heaven and upon the earth and in the sea and in the abyss and in the underworld and in the Garden of Eden and in the rivers and in the fullness of the whole world and its circle, you shall gaze into them all.
In other words, he's about to see everything. This brother is about to see everything. He's about to see everything. Okay. Let me pick up. And it says, and I did everything according to the what? Command of the angel. He did everything that the angel asked him to do. Okay. Because this brother is about to go and see everything. And he says, and I gave the angel who had come to us the divided animals, but the angel Johiel took the birds, and I waited until the evening sacrifice, and there flew an unclean bird down upon the carcass, and I drove it away, and the unclean bird spoke to me and said, see the unclean, remember in the vision, Abraham, in the book of in Genesis, the story of Genesis, the birds came down to try to eat the carcass. And this was all in the vision. But what was that taking place? And the Bible says Abraham drove the birds away. Well, what was taking place? We about to find out. And Abraham, it says, and the unclean bird came down upon the carcass, and I drove it away. And the unclean bird spoke to me and said, Abraham, what are you doing upon these holy heights, where no man eats or drink, nor is there upon them the food of man? But these heavenly beings consume everything with fire, and I will burn you up. Forsake the man who is with you and flee. For if you ascend into the heights, they will make you an end of. So this unclean bird told Abraham to get rid of the angel that is getting ready to show Abraham everything. Notice what this unclean bird just told Abraham. The birds that try to come down and eat the carcass in the book of Genesis, the 15th chapter. This bird was telling Abraham to get rid of everything. Get rid of the guy that's trying to show you everything to come, and that is. Get rid of it. You don't need to be with this guy. Okay, let's keep going. Verse 10, and it says, and it came to pass, when I saw the bird speak, I said to the angel, what is this, my Lord? And he said, this is ungodliness. This is Azazel. This is Azazel. This is Azazel. Who is Azazel? Who is Azazel? And he said to it, disgrace upon you, Azazel, for Abraham's lot is in heaven, but yours is upon the earth. Now, I want y'all to remember this. Remember when it says, woe unto the inhabitants of the what? The earth. You have an enemy. Azazel's lot is on the earth now. Why do y'all think Jesus was born of a woman? Why do y'all think the star hovered over the house? Why do y'all think Jesus came and walked upon and did all these things upon the earth? Because his throne now is on the earth. His rulership is now on the earth. He lost his dominion. So it says, Azazel, he says, disgrace upon you, Azazel, for Abraham's lot is in heaven, but yours is upon the earth, because you have chosen and loved this for the dwelling place of your what? Uncleanness. Therefore, the eternal mighty Lord made you to be a dweller upon the earth, and through you every evil spirit of lies, and through the raft of the what? Trails for the generations of ungodly men. For God, the eternal one, has not permitted that the bodies of the righteous should be in your hands. So, family, look what was in his hands. Look what Azazel have in his hands upon the earth. He have the ungodly men. You see, he have the ungodly men, the spirit of lies, every spirit of lies. You see, ungodly generations of men. Those he have in his hands upon the earth. Those is the ones he have upon he got the grasp of them. You see? The trails for the generations of the ungodly men. For God, the eternal one, has not permitted that the bodies of the righteous should be in your hand. Meaning, he don't have no power over you, family. This dude, Azazel, who is the one that you call Jesus, don't have no power over you. We're going to talk about this. Watch what the angel Jehiel told Abraham. See, he's schooling Abraham about Aziel or Aziel. He's schooling Abraham about this dude. Okay, watch this. He says, the righteous should be in your hand. You're not permitted that the bodies of the righteous should be in your hand, in order that thereby the life of the righteous and the destruction of the what? Unclean may be assured. Meaning, you ain't got nothing to do with them. You ain't got nothing to do with the righteous. You see, Aziel, or who you call Jesus, don't have nothing to do with the righteous. But watch this. See, the angel is schooling Abraham in his dream in Genesis 15. He's schooling Abraham. But now watch this. He says, hear this, my friend. He's talking to Abraham. And be gone with shame from me. See, this is what he's telling Aziel or Aziel. He's telling him to be gone from him. Why is he telling him that? He said, for it has not been given to you to play the tempter in regard to all the righteous. You see, it wasn't given to you. He's telling Aziel, it's not given to you for you to sit here and play games with all the righteous. Notice what he says. I want you to hear that again. He says, for it has not been given to you to play tempter in regards to all the righteous. That means some of you he gonna play with. Some of the righteous he gonna play with. I'm gonna say that again. Some of the righteous Aziel gonna play with. Watch. See, this is what I told y'all when we had talked about the spirits. Spirits can't mess with you if that's not your purpose. I mean, if you don't give them power to mess with you. If you give them power, they're going to mess with you. They're going to possess you. Watch what Jehiel tell him about Aziel. Let's keep reading. He says, he is an enemy to you. Aziel is an enemy to you. But let's go back up. He says, depart from this man. He told Aziel or Aziel to depart from Abraham. You cannot lead him astray. Meaning, he don't have power over Abraham. He don't have power over Abraham. He don't. And now watch this. He said, you cannot lead this man. You cannot lead him astray. He is an enemy to you and those who follow you and love what you desire. See, those who love what Aziel do and desire is an enemy to Abraham, and it's an enemy to the believers that follow Torah, the commandments and law. He said, for behold, the vestures which is in heaven was formerly yours. Aziel, it was yours in heaven. It was yours. And love, and he says, it was formerly yours, has been set aside for Abraham. See, your possession, your power, your position was set aside for Abraham. And the what? The mortality which was his has been transformed to you. Guess what Jehiel just told Azazel or Aziel? The promises was flipped. Aziel got his promise on the earth now. And Abraham promises in heaven. It's been flipped. And the seed that comes from Abraham, his promise is in heaven. But everybody who desire and follow Aziel, their promise is on earth. Watch. And the angel said unto me, Know that for henceforth the Eternal One has chosen you. Be of good courage and use this authority so far as I bid you. Meaning, what Johiel is telling Abraham, what he's telling Abraham is, whatever power I give you, use it to the max. Don't be afraid to use it. You see? He said, use it to the max. Against him who slandered the truth. This is why you don't supposed to sit here and play with the devil. This is why you don't sit here and drink tea with the devil. Hang the devil around your neck. Put him in your house. This is why you don't play or you don't fuster with the devil. You don't do that. He says, should I not be able to put him to shame, who has what? Scattered over the earth the secrets of heaven. This dude told he told all men, he taught men how to what? He taught men the secrets of heaven, things that was never supposed to have been told. He told it to man. Things that was never supposed to have been shown, he shown it to man. Things that was never supposed to have been done, he allowed man to do it. Or he taught man to do it. This is what's going on. And has rebelled against the mighty one. See, he rebelled against the Creator. Say to him, because the what? The burning coal of the furnace of the earth. Go, Azel. He said, go, Azel, into the what? Inaccessible part of the earth. Get away from me. And go where you're supposed to be. In the inaccessible part of the earth. For your heritage is to be over those who are with you. That goes back to the scripture where it says that only my sheep hears my voice. And they what? Follow me. You see? They only follow my voice. Let me read that again. He says, the burning furnace of the earth. Go, Ezekiel, or Ezekiel, into the what? In the inaccessible part of the earth. For your heritage is to be over those who are with you, the ones brought forth with the stars and clouds, and with the men whose portion you are, even those who exist on the account of your being justification shall be your enemy. Now depart from me by your what? Perdition, by your sins. Because you don't, he telling Abraham, this is how you speak to this brother. Because he don't have no power over you. He don't have no power over you. You see? Let's keep cooking. Let's keep cooking. He said he don't have no power over you. You got to rebuke this dude by his sins. Tell this dude where he belongs. Let him know his portion is the earth now. He's bound on the earth. I told y'all from part one, this guy can't go no way. When he ascends up, he can't go no way. He's bound. And Abraham was shown that. And he says, and I uttered the words that the angel taught me. And then the angel said to me, answered him not. He said, what? answer him not. Do you know what that means? When he said answer him not?
Don't say anything.
That's right. That means don't even have a conversation with him. Watch what he say. Answer him not, for the Creator has given him power over those who answer him. You see, did you hear that? Let me read it again. For the Creator has given him power, Ezekiel, he gave him power over those who answer him. So if you sit here and have a conversation with him, you just gave this dude power over you. You just gave him power. The angel spoke to me again, saying, however much he speak to you, answer him not. Whatever he say to you, it don't matter how many words he say to you. It don't matter how long he speak to you. Don't talk to him. In order that he may have no free access to you. So when you sit there and conversate with this devil or people that serves this devil, you're giving them free access to you. Let me read it again. However much he speak to you, answer him not, in order that he have no free access to you, because the Eternal One has given him weight and will in this respect, and I did that which that which was commanded me by the angel, and no matter how much he spoke to me, I answered him nothing whatsoever. That's why it says a wise man know when to speak. Because when you sit there and just run your mouth, you're giving him or his followers access. You're giving them access. Let's keep riding. And it came to pass when the sun went down, behold, there was the smoke as of a furnace. And the angel who had the portion of the sacrifice ascended from the top of the smoke furnace. And the angel took me with his right hand and set me upon the right wing of the pigeon, and set himself on the left wing of the turtle dove, neither of which birds have been slaughtered. And he bore me to the borders of the flaming fire. And we ascended upon many winds to the heavens, which were above the firmament. And I saw in the air on the heights to which we ascended a strong light, impossible to describe. And within the light, a fiercely burning fire of people, many people of male appearance, all constantly changing in part, in aspects and forms, running and being transformed, and worshiping and crying with a sound of words that I could not recognize. Excuse me, Salakia. I could not recognize. So now Abraham is all the way up now. And he's saying, look, I can't, he's saying, I see some things, I heard some things, but I can't recognize it. And then I said to the angel, Why have you now brought me up here? Because my eyes cannot now see directly, and I am growing weak, and my spirit is departing from me. Meaning Abraham feel he can't hardly catch the wind. His breath, he don't hardly have breath going on. And he said to me, remain close by me and do not fear, for the one whom you cannot see is now coming towards us with a great voice of holiness, even the eternal one who loves you. But you yourself cannot see him, but you must not allow your spirit to grow faint on account of the choirs, the choirs of those who cry out, for I am with you to strengthen you. Meaning you about to get big presents coming your presence now. That's why he was losing breath. And while he was thus speaking, fire came all about us. And there was a voice within the fire like the sound of many waters, like the sound of the sea in violent motions. And I desired to fall down there and worship. And I saw that the angel who was with the bows, his head and worship. But the sacrifice of the high place where I seem to be standing changed its inclination constantly, rolling as the great waves of the surface of the sea. Meaning the heights of where he was going was changing. It was changing. He see the changes of what was taking place. And the angel said, worship Abraham and utterly the song which I shall now teach you. Utter it without cease, that is, without pause, in a continuous strain from beginning to end. And the song which he taught me to sing had words appropriate to that sphere in which we then stood. For each sphere in heaven has its own song of praise. Do you get that? Each sphere, each area of heaven has its own song and praise. You see? And only those who dwell there know how to utter it. That's why I told you, you can't pray the same prayer for everything. Get out. You cannot say the prayer for everything, the same prayer. There's supposed to be different spheres of prayer. And it says, and only those who dwell there know the utterance of it. And those upon earth cannot know or utter it except they be taught by the what? The messengers of heaven. And the words of that song were of those import and significance. So Abraham was being privileged. He was in the privileged position. He was in the privileged position to know these songs. Eternal, mighty. I'm gonna skip that. I don't want to read that because that's the song right there. That's the song. That's the song. We're going to jump at verse 20. And while I was still reciting the song, the mouth of the fire, which was on the surface, rose up on high. And I heard a voice like the roaring of the sea. And did it cease on account of the what? The rich abundance of the fire. And as the fire raised itself up, ascending into the heights, I saw under the fire a throne of fire. And round about it was the watchfulness of many eyes, even the all-seeing ones reciting their songs, and under the throne, 4 fierce living ones singing, and their appearance was what? One, and each one had 4 faces, and such was the appearance of their countenance, that each one had the face of a lion, a man, an ox, and an eagle. Where we see that at? That's in the book of Ezekiel, the 1st chapter. Those are the seraphims. And because of their 4 heads upon their bodies, they had 16 faces, and each one had 3 parts of wings, from the shoulders to their sides, and from their loins. And with their wings from the shoulders, they covered their faces, and with their wings from their loins, they covered their feet, while the middle wings were spread out for flying straight forward. This is what Abraham was seeing in his vision in Genesis, the 15th chapter. And it came to pass that when they had ended their singing, they looked at one another and threatened one another. And it came to pass that when the angels who was with me saw that they were threatening each other, he lifted me and went running to them and turned the countenance of each one away from the countenance immediately facing him, in order that they might not look upon each other. And he began to teach them the song of peace, which has its origin in the eternal one. Those angels was getting ready to get down. I mean, I don't know. I guess they didn't supposed to see each other. And I stood alone, and I looked, and I saw behind the living one a chariot of fire, of fiery wheels, each wheel full of eyes round about. That's in Ezekiel. That's in the book of Ezekiel. And over the wheels was the throne, which I had seen, and which was covered with fire, and the fire encircled it around about. And lo, and indescribable fire contained a mighty fiery host. And I heard it holy voice like the voice of a man inside that chariot. A voice came to me out of the midst of the fire, saying, Abraham, Abraham. And I answered, saying, here am I. And he said, consider the expanse which are under the firmament, on which you are now placed, and see how no single expanse is there any other than the one whom you have sought, even the one who you love. He said there's nobody else there but this great one. And while he was speaking, the expanse opened, and there below me were the heavens. And I saw upon the 7 firmaments upon which I stood a fire widely extended, and the light which is the treasure of life, the treasury of life, and the dew with which God will awakens the dead, and the spirits of the departed righteous, and the spirit of those souls who have not been born. So Abraham is seeing all this. He's seeing all this. He's seeing the spirits that have yet not even been born. He sees the treasury of life, the dew with which God will awaken the dead, the spirits of the departed righteous. He saw the ones who already died, and the spirits of those souls who have not yet been born, and judgment. He also sees judgment. Abraham is looking at judgment. He's looking he's above the firmament, but he's looking through the heavens now. And he's seeing all that. He's seeing judgment and righteousness, peace and blessings, and the what? Innumerable company of angels, and the living ones, and the powers, and the what? Invisible glory that sat above the living ones. All those are angels, but they are on different levels and different degrees, and they have different positions. Abraham is seeing all of this. And he's saying, I looked downward from the mountain on which I stood to the sixth firmament, and there I saw a multitude of angels of pure spirits. See, a pure spirit without bodies, whose duties was to carry out the commands of the fiery angels who were upon the seventh firmament. So the angels that was on the seventh heaven commanded the ones on the sixth heavens to carry out the commands. You see? And he says, and I was standing suspended over them, and behold, upon the sixth heaven, the firmament, there were no other powers of any form, save only the angels of pure spirit. Abraham is seeing all of this. And he commanded that the sixth firmament should be removed from the sight. And I saw there on the fifth firmament the powers of the stars, which carry out the commands laid upon them, and the elements of the earth obeyed them. That's why you can't tell me that they mess with the weather, because they can't. They can't mess with the weather. People say, oh, no, they got this thing to create. No, they can't. Let me read that again. And he commanded that the sixth firmament should be removed from the sight, meaning you can't see it no more. And I saw there the fifth firmament. Now he see underneath the sixth firmament the powers of the stars that carry out the commands laid upon them, and the elements of the earth obeyed them. So if the elements of the earth obey the fifth firmament, how can man now create and play with the weather? How could they do it? Let's keep cooking. And it says, and the eternal mighty one said to me, Abraham, Abraham. And I said, here am I. And he said to me, consider from above the stars, which are beneath you, number them for me, and make known to me their number. And I say, how can I? For I am but a man of the dust of the earth. And he said to me, as the number of the stars and power, so will I make your seed, and a nation and a people set apart for me as my own inheritance, and distinct from that Aziel. Do you get that? He told Abraham to name the stars, count the stars. Count the stars. Abraham said, I can't do that because I'm a man of dust. I'm just up here temporarily as a guest. Even though I sit above the stars right now, but I can't count them. He said, that's how numerous. He said, that would be the number of your inheritance. That would be the number of your inheritance. He said, so I will make your seed a nation and a people set apart for me as my own inheritance, as distinct from that of Aziel. So Aziel has his own people. You see that? He got his own people, and they are set apart from Abraham's seed. They are set apart from the seed of Jacob. They are set apart from the seed of Isaac. Aziel seed. And yet I included Aziel in my house, meaning, guess what? I brought this nigga in, and this nigga turned against me. He turned against me. But I'm about to set apart your seed, Abraham, separate from Aziel or Azel. And I said, O eternal mighty one, let your servant speak before you, and let not your anger be kindled against your chosen one. For lo, before I came up here, Aziel, in what that says, inveighed against me. How then, while he is not now before you, can you constitute yourself with him? In other words, this dude ain't here no more. So how you going to include this guy? And he said to me, look now beneath your feet at the firmament and understand the creation represented and foreshadowed in this expanse, the creatures who exist upon it, and the ages prepared for it. And I saw beneath the surface of my feet, even beneath the sixth heaven, and what was therein, and then the earth and its fruits, and what moved upon it, and its animated being, and the powers of its men, and the ungodliness of some of its souls, and the righteous deeds of other souls. And I saw the lower regions of the perdition therein, the abyss and its torments. And I saw the seas, its islands, its monsters, and its fishes, and the Leviathan, and his dominion, his camping ground, and his caves, and the worlds which lay above him, his movements, and the destructions of the world on his account. And I saw there the streams and the rivers, and the raising of their waters, means tsunamis, and their windings in its courses, meaning tornadoes and hurricanes. And I saw there the Garden of Eden and its fruits. Abraham saw the Garden of Eden, even though the Garden of Eden was before Abraham. He took Abraham back. He saw the Garden of Eden and its fruits. The source of the what? The source of the rivers that issue from it. You remember the river that flowed out of Eden and departed into 4 riverheads? Abraham saw that. You see? He said, and I saw there the Garden of Eden and the fruits and the source of the river that issue from it, the tree and their blossoms, and the ones who behaved righteously, and I saw therein their foods, FOODS, and their blessingness. And I saw there a great multitude, men and women and children, half of them on the right side of the vision, and half of them on the left side of the vision. You see that? Abraham seeing the split of the people, the right side and the left side. Let's see what that vision was about. And I said, O eternal mighty one, what is the vision and picture of the creatures? And he said to me, this is my will for those who exist in the divine world council, and thus it seemed well pleasing in my sight. And so afterwards I gave commandments to them through my word. And so it came to pass that whatever I had determined to be was already planned beforehand in this picture, vision before you, and it has stood before me before it was created. Got in my eye. Doggone thing got in my eye. Sorry about that. That net got in my eye. And it was there before me. I mean, before you. Before it was created, as you have seen. So Abraham saw the whole kit and caboodle. He saw the whole kit and caboodle. He saw it. He saw things that were there before he was created. Now think about that. This angel is showing Abraham everything. This was the dream that the vision that he seen in Genesis, the 15th chapter. King James just don't go into it. You see? He says, and I said, O Lord, mighty and eternal, who are the people in this picture on this side and that? And he said to me, those who are on the left side are all those born before you, before your day. See, there you go again. Born before your day and afterwards. So the ones that was on the what? The ones that was on the left side was the ones that was born before Abraham was born. So he's seeing the people that was there before him. And what you think about that? And he's seeing the ones that came after that from on the left. Some destined for judgment and restoration, and others for vengeance and cutting off at the end of the age. So Abraham is seeing the judgment. He's seeing the judgment of these people. But those on the right side of the picture, they are the people who have been set apart for me, and whom I have what? Ordained to be born of your line, called my people. Even some of those who derive from Aziel. Now, right there, you'll say, oh, you mean to tell me he's going to get some of his seed? No. He's telling you that some of you on the right is going to end up on the left. Because some of you on the right is going to end up following this guy. You're going to end up following this guy. All of you ain't going to make it. Abraham saw that. He's showing Abraham the whole picture. Now, he said, now look again in the picture. He's telling him to look again in the picture and see who it is who seduced Eve. So he's now about to show you who seduced Eve. And what is the fruit of the tree? You see? He's getting ready to, he's showing Abraham the beginning of the book. And you will know what is to be, and how it shall be with your seed among the people at the end of the days of the age. Meaning that once when you see this, you're going to know how this thing will play out. And all that you cannot understand, I will make known to you. For you are well pleasing in my sight, and I will tell you of those things which are kept in my mind. Abraham is getting ready to get the 411 now. And he said, and I looked into the picture, and my eyes ran to the side of the Garden of Eden. And I saw there a man of imposing height and mighty in structure. He's seeing Adam. Incomparable in aspect, he was embracing a woman who likewise approximate to the aspect of his size and stature. He's seeing Eve. And there were standing under a tree of the Garden of Eden And the fruit of this tree was like a bunch of grapes of the vine. And standing behind the tree was one who had the aspect of a what? A serpent. Dodge the hijack. They're giving this dude a serpent. They put the word serpent there. Having hands and feet like those of a man, and wings on his shoulder. 6 pairs of wings. Remember, we just talked about the 6 pairs of wings of Ezekiel. So that there were 6 wings on the right and 6 wings on the left. And I continue looking, and I saw the man and the woman eating the fruit from the tree. And I said, who are these who are embracing? Who are these who are embracing? And who is the one between them who is behind the tree? Notice he says these 2 people are embracing, but there's a man, there's something with 6 wings that look like a man sitting in the middle of them. And what is the fruit that they are eating? And he said, this is the counsel of the world. Do you get that? What do you think the counsel of the world is? What is the counsel of the world? That's the fruit that they were eating. The counsel of the world. What you think that was? Oh, I ain't gonna do that. No counsel. What do you think the counsel of the world is? Let me read it again. And he said, who are these who are embracing? And who is the one between them who is behind the tree? And what is the fruit that they're eating? He said, this is the counsel of the world. This is Adam. This one is Adam. And this one who is their desire upon the earth is Eve. And he who is between them represents ungodliness and their beginning on the way to perdition, even Azazel. So that was your serpent. That was Jesus in the garden, who was Azazel. He was the one in the garden. And I said, O eternal mighty one, why have you given such as him the power to destroy the generations of men in their works upon the earth? That's a darn good question. Let me repeat that question again that Abraham said. He said, why have you given him such power to destroy generations of men in their works upon the earth? And he said to me, those who will to do evil over them, I give him power, even to be beloved of them. Meaning those who sit there and follow this guy, who believe this guy, who accept this guy, who listens and conversate with this guy. That's who he have the power over. He have the power over you if you sit there and listen. Remember, he told Abraham earlier, don't conversate with him. Don't matter how many times he talked to you, don't talk back to him. But he gave Jesus power over them, who is called Azazel. His real name is Azazel. He gave him power over them that beloved him and listens to him. And I answered and said, O eternal mighty one, wherefore is it your will that evil should be desired in the hearts of men, since you are indeed in anger over that which you see? It is your will. Is it your will and you are angry with him who is doing what is unprofitable in your counsel? This way Abraham is asking him. You mean to tell me you're going along with this? You giving this man all his power? And he said to me, excuse me, that hair getting in the way. And he said to me, I am angered by mankind on your account and on account of those who shall be your family hereafter. You see, he's angry at Abraham's seed. As far as you can see in the picture, the burdens of destiny is placed upon them. And I shall tell you what shall be and how much shall be in the last days. Look now at everything in the picture. And I looked and I saw what was before me in creation, and I saw Adam and Eve with him, and I saw the cunning adversary and Cain. Remember Cain? And Cain acted lawlessly through prompting of the adversary. See, the adversary, he opened himself to the adversary. That's why he followed the adversary. What did Jehiel tell Cain? If you do what's right, your sins will be forgiven. But sin knocks at your door, meaning you listening to Azazel. And he's going to what? He's going to influence you. You see? Who acted lawlessly through the prompting of the adversary. And I saw the slaughtered Abel, and the destruction brought about the cause upon him through the lawless one. And I saw impurity, and those who lust after it, and its pollution, and their jealousies, and the fire of their corruption in the lower parts of the earth. Abraham is looking at everything. This is what was going on in Genesis, the 15th chapter. We're not going to get through the whole thing. I'm going to end in a few. I'm going to end in about 2 minutes. And then he says what? And I saw theft and those who hasted after it, and the arrangement of the what? The retribution at the judgment of the great what it is? SIs. And I saw there naked men with their foreheads against each other. What that mean? Naked men with their foreheads against each other. Abraham is seeing what?
Homosexuality.
He's watching homosexuality. This angel showing Abraham everything. He's showing Abraham everything. I saw naked men with their foreheads against each other, and their disgrace, and the passion which they had for each other. They're having sex. Abraham is watching them having sex. He's seeing everything. And their retribution. And I saw desire, and in their hand the head of every kind of lawlessness. Abraham seeing it all. And her scorn and contempt, and her waist assigned to perdition. He's seeing everything. He's seeing it. And I saw the likeness of the idol of what? Jealousy. Who is the idol of jealousy? Who is that? Carved in woodwork. Remember, Abraham's father carved wood, idols in wood. Such as many fathers was wont to make. His father wanted to make them idols. and its body was glittered bronze, which covered the wood. And before it I saw a man who was worshiping the idol. And in front of him there was an altar, and upon the altar a boy slain in the presence of the idol. What boy was slain in the presence of the idol? Who you think that was?
Abel.
Nope. What boy was slain on the idol? I mean, on the altar. What boy was slain in the presence of an idol? There was a boy that was slain on the presence of the idol. What boy was slain? I mean, was slain in the presence of an idol? Let me keep going. I'm about done. And I said to him, what is this idol and this altar? And who is he who is sacrificed? Who was sacrificed? What person was sacrificed? And what is the great building which I see? Beautiful in art and design, even with a beauty like that which lies beneath your throne. And he said, hear, Abraham, for that which you see is the temple, a copy of that which is in heaven. You see? Somebody's copying somebody. Glorious in its aspect and beauty, even as I shall give it to the sons of men to ordain a priesthood for my glorious name. In other words, he gave them a temple. And inside that temple is where the priest supposed to have been raised up. This angel is telling Abraham, I'm giving them the temple. This temple represents the same temple that's in heaven. But I give it the man for him to raise up a priest. But watch this. To ordain a priest in my glorious name, and in which the prayers of man shall be uttered and sacrifices offered, as I ordain your people, even those who shall arise out of your what? Generations. But the idol which you saw is the image of jealousy. That's the image of jealousy.
Was that between Cain and Abel?
No. No. That's the image of jealousy. Set up by some of those who shall come forth for your own loins in later days. Meaning somebody's going to be jealous at the Creator. And they're going to set up their own throne and their own temple. Who did that? Who set up their own throne and their own temple trying to copy the Creator? They shall come forth from your own loins in later days. And the man who sacrificed in murder is he who pollutes my temple. Somebody got murdered. Somebody got murdered, family. And he polluted the temple. And such are witnesses to the final judgment. And their lots has been what? Set forth from the beginning of creation. Who got murdered in representation of a temple? Who did that? Who was that? Who was that? Who got murdered in representation of a temple? Who was that? And I said, O eternal mighty one, why have you established that I should be so, that it should be so, and then proclaim the knowledge thereof? And he said to me, hear, Abraham, and understand what I say to you, and answer my question. Why did your father Terah not listen to your voice? And why did he not cease from the what? The idolatrous practice together with his whole house. They're talking about his brother was killed. And I said, O eternal one, it was entirely because he did not choose to listen to my voice. And likewise, I did not choose to listen to his counsel. And he said to me, the will of your father is within him, and your own will is within you. And so also the counsel of my own will is within me, and is ready for the coming days, even before you have any knowledge of them or can see with your eyes what is the future of them. Now look again into the picture and see how it will be with your seed. Last two verses. I looked and I saw, and behold, the picture swayed from it emerged, and the left side and ungodly people, and they pillaged those who were on the right side. You see what's taking place? The ones that's on the left side is stealing and robbing the ones on the right side. Okay? The ones on the left side is stealing and robbing from those on the right side. All right? Men and women and children. And some they murdered, and others they kept as slaves. And I saw them run towards them through 4 entries, and they burned the temple with fire, and the holy things that were therein were all plundered. We're going to stop right here. We're going to pick this up on next week, but here's where we're going to end it right here. These people were plundered. He saw the plundering of the people. He saw the plundering of his people. When did the plunder happen? It happened at the rapture. Let's pull up the rapture. Let me stop sharing this right here. Let's pull up the rapture. He saw the rapture. He saw the rapture, family. Let me pull it up. He saw the rapture, family. He saw the rapture. Let me share my screen. Those who sitting there waiting on the rapture, it already came. Type in the rapture in Greek. Type that in. The rapture in Greek, or the etymology of rapture. But you can type the rapture in Greek. It already happened, family. Abraham saw it. He saw it. Raptured in Greek. Let me type that in. He saw the rapture, family. He saw the rapture in Greek, family. And what that mean? The rapture in Greek. You got it? Okay. The rapture in Greek, Salakia, means what? Distraction, disturbance. It means displace, bewilderment, trance, displace. You see? Let's keep going. Let's keep getting it. Let's keep getting the definition for rapture. Let's keep getting the definition for rapture. The raptured. It means to snatch away. You got it?
It says Greek word for rapture is harpazo, which means to seize upon, spoil, snatch away, or take to oneself.
So they came and took your stuff. They came, Abraham is seeing the enemy on the left come and take your spoils. He's seeing this. So when he saw the nightmare, they just say, oh, he just saw when he went into slavery, when the people went into slavery for over 400 years. No. He saw you getting robbed too. He saw you losing your land. He saw your name being changed. He saw all of that. He saw some of you getting murdered. He saw some of you went into slavery. He saw all of that. Last words.
Abraham had to endure a lot. He had to endure a lot from the beginning, from his father and his brother, being idol worshipers. But the steadfast that he had to know right from wrong and to really seek out the Creator, that speaks volume. And I just feel that, that's an example that a lot of us should follow. But I know that it's not in the Bible. But if people really knew the essence of what Abraham had to go through, I think it'll make a big difference on their thought process.
Right. Abraham had to go through a lot. Abraham had to endure a lot. And this is what we don't understand. Abraham seen a lot because the Creator is going to use his seed. And he was getting the insights of what's going to happen to his seed.
Right. And just imagine, his father was supposed to be the one to teach him right from wrong, but he was so busy with his idols, he didn't think about how that would affect his own bloodline.
That's right. And and you got to realize that the Creator showed Abraham everything. I'm talking about everything from the beginning. We still ain't finished with it.
Right.
We just about finished with it, but we ain't finished with it. And I wanted to show you who was there in the garden. That he don't have no power over you. You already been redeemed by the Creator. Isaiah, what that was? Isaiah 40. Isaiah 40. What that was?
Isaiah 41:8.
The one I called out earlier today.
Isaiah 41:8. I read that.
41:8. Yeah, that's Isaiah 41:8 and Isaiah 44:21 and 22. Yeah, you already been redeemed. You already been redeemed. You just need to come back. You just need to come back. That's all. You just need to come back. You just need to return. You don't need no man to help you return. That's Ezekiel. You following Ezekiel. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that, family. So we're going to pick back up on part 3. Because we're going to finish Abraham's vision. And then we're going to cut into we're going to tie that into Enoch's vision. See, Jesus' kingdom or Ezel kingdom is on his earth. He got this portion because he fell. He's no longer permitted in the heavens no more. That's why he can't tell you what takes place, when the next day, when the Creator is going to move. He can't tell you that. But he got to make you think he still has that power. He don't. Long as you don't conversate with him or talk to him, he don't have no access to you. But the moment you conversate with any of his people, you're giving him access. So until the next Shabbat, my book, I don't know what the delay is. I'm trying to figure that out now. In the animation, I don't know what the delay is. It's supposed to be out, but I'm still waiting on my publisher to tell me what's taking place. But anyway, be looking for the book to come out. Also, the animation to come out. Also, this Sunday, we have rehearsal. Y'all know who I'm talking to. If you know who I'm talking to, we have rehearsal for Passover. Also, what else? Bible study Wednesdays night on Clubhouse. We look for the Indigenous Talk for the Righteous logo. That's where we're at. What else? Any other points? Yeah, any other points? So pretty much what else?
That's about it. Like you said, we have rehearsal for Passover. So for those who are in attendance, just make sure that you let us know. But we're still be in contact with the finalizing of everything.
All right. So may the Creator continue to bless you. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is Moreh Yaakov and ITFTR Network. The comments that brother was making, or that sister, whoever that was, I don't care. I guess that they was letting off a lot of steam. Who cares? May the Creator continue to bless you, and let your day continue to be endeavor. May your Shabbat continue to be peaceful, restful, and relaxful. Until next time. Until next time, I like to say shalom, shalom. This is the Braxtons. Peace.